Introduction to Business Writing by Worldwide Education Services. Important Rules. Lesson 1. Okay, now the very first one is so important. The reader is the most important person. Not you, the writer, the reader. It doesn't matter who you are, what position you hold. You are not the most important person because you are writing. It's the reader. You know what you want to say. It is your job to make sure that the reader understands what you want to say. And as such, you are not that important, but the reader is. There are ways of doing this, and the simplest, best way is to use what is called the you approach. Now, the you approach takes away the I from your writing. I am writing in application. Yes, if you were not writing, I would not be reading. Don't insult my intelligence. I would like to ask for a new catalogue. Okay, what's wrong with asking? Please send me a new catalogue. I would like to ask you a question. Okay, so what's wrong with just asking a question? Cut out the I. I should never be used for the first word of the first paragraph, because you're putting yourself above the reader, and that should not happen. Keep your ideas clear and simple. Easier said than done, but it is very important. We've all experienced reading something or listening to something where the reader or the speaker knows what they're talking about, but forgets that other people don't know what they're talking about. Not everybody is a genius. So don't try to write as a genius. Keeping your ideas clear and simple allows people to understand clearly what you are trying to tell them. Get to the point quickly. In business, time is money. If you are writing to a manager, the manager maybe gets 100, 150, 200 emails a day. They want to know what you're writing about. And to do that, you've got to tell them in the first, maybe the second sentence, why you are writing, without saying, I am writing because. Forget that I am writing. Get to the point quickly. Dear sir, here is the report you wanted. Not, dear sir, I am writing to send you the report that you wanted. Keep it simple, keep it quick, get it in there, let the reader get to understand what you're saying. Use short sentences. Short sentences are easier to understand than long sentences. They are also easier to write. If English is not your first language, you are going to make mistakes. The less you write, the less mistakes you're going to make. So keep your sentences short. Use a clear sentence structure. Most people advise using an active voice when writing business documents. I agree. Active voice is much easier to understand than passive voice. But there is a need for passive voice. Sometimes. Use a clear paragraph structure. Now, remember, a sentence is a group of words about one topic. A paragraph is a group of sentences, or maybe one sentence, about one topic. You change the topic, you change the paragraph. Simple as that. When you're giving information, start at the beginning. Don't start in the middle or the end and work back. The mind likes to think in a time sequence, chronologically. So start at the beginning, move to the middle, and on to the end. Don't chop and change. It's much easier to understand by starting at the right place. Set the right tone. Tone means how you want the reader to take what you're writing. Are you going to be friendly, officious, nasty, angry? The tone is set by the words that you use. Make sure that you use the right tone for the circumstances of why you are writing. If you're complaining, you don't want to seem friendly. If you are replying to a complaint, you don't want to sound too officious or defensive. Use tone carefully. Okay, now first on the list was the reader is the most important person. And that is very true. As the reader is the most important person in any document, the one word to never start a document with is I. I am writing. Yes, if you were not writing, I would not be reading. Do not state the obvious. I would like to apply. Okay, so apply. I would like to ask. Yeah, what's wrong with asking? There is never a need to start a document with the word I. Always look for an alternative. This can be difficult, but it is possible. By putting yourself first, you're making yourself more important than your reader. And even if you're the president of the country and you're writing to the lowest person in your country, doesn't matter. That reader is more important than you. Okay, on that note, exercise 1. Rewrite the following openings without saying I. Number 1. I am writing to invite you to a meeting. 2. I would like to ask for your new catalogue. 3. I am interested in your products. 4. I would like to introduce my company. 5. I am happy to send you our latest details as you requested. Okay, very simple start, but how well can you do it? Thank you for listening and reading, and I hope you have learnt something useful. There will be another 40 or so lessons like this, so please do subscribe and hopefully we can learn something. Leave comments. Tell me how I can make this better, please. Thank you very much. Have a good time.